And today, a high-stakes meeting between U.S. VP JD Vance and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. ABC's Mary Alice Parks breaks down the latest on the negotiating table as the U.S. seeks to cool tensions between Russia and Ukraine, who have been at war for 3 years.
Vice President JD Vance today meeting with Ukrainian President Zelenskyy, trying to navigate negotiations to end the war in Ukraine.
We want the war to come to a close. We want the killing to stop.
We want peace very much, but we need real security guarantees.
The high-stakes talks follow President Trump's separate calls with both Russian President Vladimir Putin and Zelenskyy this week.
I know that President Zelenskyy wants to make a deal, and I also feel that I know that President Putin wants to make a deal.
U.S. officials ruling out NATO membership for Ukraine and saying Ukraine would likely have to give up some of its territory that Russia has now seized in a potential peace settlement. The European Union's top diplomat warning against a, quote, dirty deal that could appease Putin. In Poland today, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth reiterated the U.S. position and added that no American troops would be involved in guaranteeing peace.
The reality of U.S. troops in Ukraine is unlikely. The reality of Ukraine membership in NATO as a part of a negotiated settlement, unlikely.
Today, Zelenskyy said the U.S. never truly saw Ukraine as a NATO member, but he's demanding at least a seat at the negotiating table to end the war. And new evidence today of the potentially catastrophic dangers of this war. CCTV showing an armed drone striking the protective shield over a reactor at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Ukraine blaming Russia, Russia denying involvement.
Ukraine has offered to make a deal with President Trump for continued American military aid. In exchange, the U.S. would be allowed to develop Ukrainian rare earth minerals.